This is what I want to take, which is to lay the report. I am physically prevented. When the report is to be laid, I will get my respected colleagues in leadership saying that this one, no, will not allow the laying. Mr. Speaker, the laying is physically prevented. That will not, they tell me they won't allow.
Honorable Afenyo Markins, the majority leader in the 8th Parliament. Yes, you know, this full year the man has been trending because of how he is, and then he's very, very aggressive. Now, some men will be able to say, Honorable Asian Yibim, and that's Honorable Ayede. Indeed, Honorable Afenyo Markins in Semi Tuja, and Parliament in South Korea. Yes, now some of the two general and say the NDC as a whole, they are hypocrites. Number two, as a omo person mo ya de chese man so omo nkwan na do man no, but behind the scene omo na ebo man no eka omo na ebo niam abidigu yemkweti asema Honorable Afenyo Markins to Ghana for anim any the Speaker of Parliament and concerning the NDC.
I know is that when government business comes to the floor, we have various stages of consideration. That the opposition or the minority would have its say, and then the majority would also have its say. Then in the final analysis, a decision will be made. Mr. Speaker, what are these stages of consideration? When a paper is laid, it is referred to a committee. The committee does its work and presents its report. After the report is presented, we debate it, and after the debate, a question is put. Mr. Speaker, here is a situation where I, as a leader of government business, leading government side, I have a number of reports that committee members have gone through as a result of same being laid and referral made to the committee. I engage my colleagues who are in leadership that this is what I want to take, which is to lay the report. I am physically prevented. When the report is to be laid, I will get my respected colleagues in leadership saying that this one, no, will not allow the laying. Mr. Speaker, the laying is physically prevented. That will not, they tell me they won't allow. I've accommodated it in pain. I'm managing this situation. Just the laying, they won't allow. The debate, they won't allow. And Mr. Speaker, I want to be quoted that sometimes when we have had consensus last minute, my colleagues are frank to tell me that, Markins, this one is a political decision, we can't do anything about it. I have to stomach it because I understand that we don't share the same political principles. I understand. I'm MPP, you are NDC. You have your political committee that seeks to the political welfare of your side. Same with me. But I don't want situations where an impression will be created as if, with the greatest respect and in all modesty, that you love Ghana more than I do. We have Supreme Court nominees. The House referred it to the committee. Both sides participated in the vetting. The report is ready. When the report was ready, in the last minute, members on the minority side told our side that, look, the political committee of the NDC has taken a decision that they oppose. We said, okay, so we should go by majority decision. Agreed. To lay this report, our colleagues in leadership say, no way. We will not allow you to lay. At least, let's lay, let's debate, and let's take a decision. I said I have 138. You have 137. If I come here and I don't have my 138, I lose. Mr. Speaker, again, I'm at pains to say this. I've engaged my respected colleague, Dr. KCL Atuba Foster, extensively and expresses his own frustration that he cannot, and I have to accept it. He says he cannot because it's a decision of the caucus. I must respect it. I'm not a neophyte in politics. I understand that that is your political position. But at least I've pleaded with Dr. Forson that, Doc, can we at least go through the motions? Let the final stage of putting the question come, so that when Mr. Speaker put the question and I don't have my 138, let me lose the question. Even so, they won't allow. The 1D1F, this parliament sponsored the committee members. Parliament resources used by committee members to hold deliberations. And Mr. Speaker, if you may recall, the last time we had an issue, you directed that the recess period, committee members should use that period to sit and iron out the differences. Mr. Speaker, I am happy to state that Honorable Patrick Boama, who chairs the committee, made sure that he himself interrogated each application. The conclusion was that all the raw materials were now being taken away, which in itself brought a savings of over $400 million. So the committee took a principled position that let's take away the raw materials and only allow exemption for equipment. Their side agreed. We all worked together. In the final analysis, when the report was about being concluded, again, the NDC minority said no. As a matter of principle, we are against it. We accepted and did a majority report. When we came to this house to lay the report, again, there was some back and forth negotiations that, okay, let's take the smaller ones. And Mr. Speaker, I don't intend to invite you into this debate, but permit me, because this is not a secret. When you counseled both sides, you counseled us to the effect that the smaller ones that are non-controversial, at least we should take them. Mr. Speaker, I went back and forth with the leader on their side that at least let's be guided by the counsel of Mr. Speaker, and at least those non-controversial ones, we take them. There was an agreement. We were told that, okay, let's consult. The next day, when they came, they said, Afenyo, again, no deal. We can't even take one. I've accommodated it. I'm human. I don't just get into combat. I don't just get into combat. I always go the extra line to engage quietly, and when diplomacy gets exhausted, I am supposed to defend my side. Now today, we are being told that EPA bill has to be passed and our side is not ready and that we do not love Ghana. I can't be less patriotic than you. Supreme Court nominees. 1D1F, I listen to you in silence. I am very tolerant. I am very tolerant. Mr. Speaker, you know I'm always of good behavior. You know, when I do that to them, then they'll be crying. Mr. Speaker, you know, I can respond to them, but on this occasion, I won't say anything. I want to make my case. They should allow me.
Honorable members, please, let's proceed.
Mr. Speaker, now back to the issue. It's been alleged that the minister has been dragged out of this house. He has not been dragged out of this house. I needed to engage the minister. We needed to consult on the matters that are outstanding in the bill. I respect Dr. Mafu. And I respect his views because that is an area of specialty. And I respect the views he expressed on the floor. Mr. Speaker, perhaps the communication between my good self and the minister, he was not privy to it. But I know that there will be an opportunity for me to engage him so that we'll be added. I would want to plead with colleagues that let us approach equity with clean hands, and if we demand equity, let's do equity.
I will say I had BJ show me so I saw subscribe. I feel so we are sharing link in my for. And the next thing is you leave a comment. So subscribe, man.
This is the BJ Show with Boatin Josant. Don't forget to subscribe.